There we go. Good morning. It's Lori, the armchair chef. I have a invitation online to anybody, actually anybody in the whole world that would like to participate to join me in a painting online virtually. What I did during the pandemic, actually before the pandemic, I was going out to bars with friends and we were doing painting and it was fun. You could socialize and see what everybody made. You got yourself a painting and I had them all over the place. And I finally had gotten rid of most of them. I kept a couple. Um, I do have a slideshow, and I'll link the video at the end that talks about the invitation and shows the slideshow of all the paintings I made and how much it was fun. It was very fun. And I think I was blonde in a couple of those pictures. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But when I moved here, I was blonde. And I have since gone this lovely bright shade of red. And it's closer to my own hair color, so the gray doesn't show so much. I found that out. But anyway, I feel more like a redhead than a blonde. Um, oh, that has nothing to do with the painting. However, we have another place here that I didn't realize was here till I started looking. It's called Painting with a Twist. It's a shop. You can go in. You can go in and do woodworking. You can go in and paint wood kits. You can make candles. You can do paint pouring, and you can do paintings. Well, I did sign up for one. I really, I signed up for this one because of what it was. It was one of them hairy cows. God, it just went blank. It's a hairy cow. And I made a hairy cow with dead eyes from hell because it was hard to I just started looking at it and it looked mean. So I thought, well, I'll just make it. And I didn't know how to change the eyes to make it look nice. So I just left it like this. So I have included a little slideshow at the end that shows the progression of the painting and the artist, and then a picture at the end of me and his paintings. The one that was the inspiration for the class, and then he did one during the class, and then us together. His name was Nathan. He's a nice boy. You know how you get to this age, everybody's a nice, they're kids. He's a nice boy. He actually showed me, I may go back because he was showing me how to do stuff on my iPhone, and I really found that more valuable than the painting class. Yes, I did. So that was worth the money. It's a little bit more when you go in person because you're paying for their time, you're paying for the supplies, you're doing all that. So when you go online to the virtual classes to do the paintings, it's not as much because you're supplying your own supplies. So online it can be anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on the artist. I did this one was $39. It wasn't even that bad, for an evening out. You do it with your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your partner. They have all kinds of different things. But this is what I saw this cow, and it actually looked lots prettier than the one I made. But that was the one I decided to do. It was Friday afternoon. It was an all age group, so they did not serve alcohol. They do have, apparently, they have a license. They must have a license if they offer alcohol, which would be weird for a art studio to have a liquor license. I should ask about that. That does intrigue me because Utah has weird laws. Unless they just sell bottles and cans of alcohol, that could be possible. But I had a soda, it came with the ticket basically, and it was 2 hours, and it could go a little bit longer if you wanted. You go at your own pace. Well, you keep up with the instructor. It was fun. And you'll see my progression. I took pictures, and like I already said, I have a slideshow at the end that shows you. And if you want to pause it, you can and take a look at the more of the detail. And there was the best part of the whole class was Chad. Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing, but I've heard about it. I've heard that there's Chads in the world. And I've heard people talk about Chad, comedians talk about Karens, they talk about Becky's, they talk about names that identify a personality, I guess you would say, that say a Karen personality or a what do you call Tiffany or Heather or a personality, and they put a name on it. Well, I met Chad, and Chad was a good representation of Chad's personality. But the best thing was Chad's mother was there. The woman who created the Chad was there, and it was hysterical. She was not a Chad. She was trying to tell Chad how to behave. And Chad was, I would say, in his early 40s, late 30s, early 40s. And Chad might, I don't know, is that age group on the spectrum? Or is it only the younger kids that are on the spectrum, the kids in their teens and 20s? How far long ago did they start identifying the spectrum? Because when my son was born in 91, there was no spectrum. But now there's a lot of people that have some sort of I don't know, a way about them that they learn differently or behave differently than what is thought to be the norm. Um, what they have a medium, they have a normal range. Okay, you have a normal range, and then you have things that go up here, things that go down there. So outside of the normal range. And I don't know if his age group would have been one of those that was in there, but he certainly does identify as a Chad. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. It was all about participation. He would have been one of the kids that it was a participation trophy. Everybody wins. There's nothing negative. Uh, everything's I'm perfect. Everything I do is wonderful. I'm the best. It's like the person's not allowed to experience disappointment, which is a hard way to live because you are no doubt undoubtedly going to be disappointed at some point. How you deal with that if you've never been disappointed as a child and taught how to deal with it, like us old people. um you're told to walk it off, just suck it up. You're not even given therapy at school when somebody's dog dies like they do now. um it's crazy. But anyway, I did meet Chad, and I met Chad's mom, and Chad's mom was trying to get Chad to behave, and he wouldn't listen to her. It was hysterical. It was so funny. It was when I kept my mouth shut most of the time. For one thing, I was there by myself. There was two girls over here that were whispering with each other. They're cute. They were just whispering with each other. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to interact with them. So I interacted with the teacher a little bit, and I didn't come out as much as I usually would with my personality because I was enjoying Chad and letting him shine the way he does. It was funny. I should have just set my phone down and turned it on record. It would have been great entertainment, good content. He never would have known because I'm sure he's not on YouTube. He's Chad. He doesn't need to be. So anywho, there's my painting. I did do a little one. It's only the 17-inch because I don't want a big one. I don't want a bunch of big ones. So the picture you'll see had hills with tulips on it. Well, I didn't have room for that. So since I thought my animal looked angry, I just put fire from hell on the bottom. So yeah, he's okay. Now, and the good thing is what you can do. Say you don't like your painting, take it home with you anyway. They sell a paint that you can cover this up with and reuse it. So if you don't like how your painting turned out, you can cover it up and use this again. Reuse the same canvas. Take a picture of it. You've got your picture for life now. You can reuse this canvas as many times as you want. Just keep painting over it with this stuff. It's a special paint that's like a house paint, like kills for canvas kind of thing. It covers it up. I don't remember the name because it's been so long since I bought it. But yeah, I did buy some because I thought I was going to be painting forever, and no, I started buying yarn and that was it. I stopped painting. But yeah, I have invited people to come paint with me virtually on June 7th, which is a Saturday. And I made it early. I picked a painting that was early-ish at like 5 p.m. So anybody in the East Coast or the West Coast or anywhere, 5 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. East Coast time. Okay. If they were available, they could come. This is a live event together, but not live on the internet. It would be a meeting of all of us together live with each other at that time. There's no recording. There will be no upload to YouTube. This is something that's just going to happen amongst the people that are in the class and the teacher, and we're going to do a painting together. If you don't want to be on camera, you can put your phone or face your phone or your camera on your canvas. So you're not on camera if you don't want to be. A lot of us will put the camera on us and then we just reveal our canvas at the end. That's how I've done it in the past. And Deb is going to do it with me. She also bought the package that includes the supplies. And she sent me a picture of what she got in her package, and it's awesome. It's enough to do more than one painting. So I'm going to include a picture of that. I don't know how to add the pictures the way I'm doing it. But, oh, actually, I could. But I have to do that share thing. Maybe I could. Okay, hang on a second. Let me share it with you. Let's go share. And I will talk while I'm doing this. Actually, you know what? I am going to pause while I'm doing this. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I got it set up now. Let me go and share it. Oh, that's not the one. There we go. That's the one. Okay, there we are. This is the picture she sent me of the kit. It has canvas, it has the paints. She says there's a little easel in there too, and there may be more than one canvas, it looks like. There's one here, and then there's one down there, upside down with some paint. And all you really need are the primary colors. You can make anything from these primary colors. Like I said before, they're just combinations to make the colors. You will need a lot of green though for this one because it is plants and it's pots and plants. But I'm going to link to that video where I explained it and showed you the picture and everything. So if you would be interested in doing it, you can go sign up, and you can sign up and then go pick up your supplies from Dollar Tree if you want, or if you already have some and you want to play along, you want to play with us. And I can stop this share now. So yeah, plants may turn out like this. I don't know. We'll see what happens because I have a heavy hand and I have trouble with lines. So I am going to dig out my supplies that I kept when I stopped painting. And I did keep my brushes. So I'll have all my really nice little skinny brushes. And you can also remember in the video, I tell you, you can make your own skinny brush if you want to. You can take thicker, cheap brushes and trim off some of the bristles and make skinnier brushes. So you don't have to have a lot of expensive brushes. You can use makeup brushes. You can use old makeup brushes that you don't want to use anymore because they're all bacterial infected and everything. You can do that. So anything you find, you can use. Yeah, lip brushes are good because they're flat. They have a little flat spot. Those are good too. Those fan brushes are nice because those fan out and you can use those to make wispy lines on things. And a good instructor will teach techniques, but it's techniques based on what the painting is that you're using. Not every If you're not going to make a fence, you don't need a technique that shows you how to do the fence. But I learned because I did a fence painting, so I do know that technique. And making lines straight. When I made my flamingos, I was taught a technique how to do the legs of the flamingos so they're straight. Very cool. So I know a trick for that. So it does make it a little fun. And now I have this what is this called, you guys? It's that cow, the hairy one. What's Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to know what the painting really looks like, stand back and squint, and that makes it look better. Okay, that's the trick. Your painting's never going to look good when you're sitting looking at it right here, painting on it. But you got to stand back and squint a little, like you do when you're in the art gallery looking at all the paintings. That's when they look better. So, okay. All right. Maybe some of you would like to join in. And so I'm going to leave the link down below. And at the end, the thumbnail to the video where I invited everybody, and you can go to the website and sign up. It's not that expensive if you bring your own supplies, but you can get them there. You can order them, and then they will send them to you, and it's pretty quick. I think she ordered it and maybe got them in a couple days, but don't wait to the last minute if you want to do it. There's still tickets left. I did check the other day. There are still some spots open. And I do have my jammies on now. So I'm starting to make my videos and get comfortable. So I'll talk to you in the next one, and enjoy the slideshow of my project and my instructor. He was a cute boy.
La 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 la, yoo-hoo-hoo, paisan. C'è la luna in mezzo al mare, mamma mia, mi maredate. Figlia mia, cuttature, mamma mia, ci pensa tu.